All right, Madridistas, the third and final match of the FIFA Club World Cup group stage takes place for Real Madrid this Thursday, and it's a must-win. This is a big one. We are facing off against RB Salzburg, and I have to tell you, there's no room for error here. We have not qualified. This is a must-win game, and the pressure is rising. The pressure is rising. We are tied on points for the top of the group. But if we lose this game and Al Hilal beats Pachuca, which I don't think will happen, but if it does, that's it for us. We get grouped, and that will be a terrible start for Xabi Alonso. I wouldn't know where we go from there, to be honest. I mean, it would be a disappointment, a huge disappointment to say the least. And it would just be a dark cloud leading up to the season kickoff. Like, we can't get grouped. It's just, it can't happen. So this is a must-win game. This is Xabi Alonso's first real high-stakes game as manager for Real Madrid. And I say high-stakes because, you know, say what you want about the FIFA Club World Cup, but this has been a very competitive tournament. Every team is playing. Every team is playing and trying to win this. There's a lot of money on the line. I mean, Atletico Madrid are already getting memed into oblivion because they got put out. Like, this is a serious tournament. We brought in players early. We paid extra for some players to get here, get on the team, and play in this tournament. And there's no doubt, you know, we're Real Madrid. We're not here just to show up and have fun. Like, we're trying to win this thing. So I don't know about you, but I'm taking this tournament very seriously. And there's no better way to kick off the Xabi Alonso era by winning this tournament. This trophy is meaningful. This is a big deal. And based off of recent performances, other than that match against Pachuca, and still people are hating on us, like a lot of people are doubting us to win this thing. Yes, we won 3-1 against Pachuca, but people are saying, well, it's Pachuca. And then Al Hilal, you know, we didn't look the cleanest there. But again, you know, other than the talent that we have on this team, all of these players are learning a new system, and it's going to take time. So, you know, I don't expect us to come out and be 10-10 all the time. But the haters are going to hate. They're going to say what they want to do. But, again, we have to win this match. So, in this preview, I'm going to be breaking it all down. I'm going to be breaking down the state of the group, what we can expect from Salzburg, and how we've been playing under Xavi. And I'm also going to do my favorite part, my predicted starting 11. Let's lock in. So, let me set the scene. We're in Group H. Sitting at the top on points, but tied with Salzburg. So there's nothing guaranteed here. And we're in this situation because we drew to Al Hilal in the opener. Disappointing. And then we got 3 points against Pachuca, beating them 3-1. In a game where we got to see the evolution of Xavi ball, meaning that the players, you can see that they're buying and understanding the system and the things that Xavi's trying to implement on this team. So are we 100% there yet? No, but it was good to see us face adversity, playing with 10 men, getting 3 goals, and getting out of there with really a much-needed 3 points. That was kind of a low-key must-win game too as well. So, but here's the situation. So if we lose to Salzburg and Al Hilal beat Pachuca, which it's highly going to happen. I can't see Pachuca eking out a win, but maybe they'll play with pride and surprise the world or something like that. Then we're out. We're grouped. We're humiliated. We'll be cooked. And I don't want to hear. I can't deal with that leading into the season. That is just a non-factor for me. I can't. We can't go out like that. So yeah, this game matters a lot. So here's what I'm loving so far under Xavi ball. You can just see right off the rip, the passing is much sharper. There was so much one-touch passing going on against Pachuca. Whether it was on the back line, in the midfield, even at top, you know, that goal with Arda, Gonzalo, he got the ball in from Trent, one-touch layoff to Arda, one-touch from Arda, and he bangs it into the net. I mean, we were seeing that all match. That was beautiful. There was a lot of beautiful football. So off the rip, the passing is sharper. And the system is clear. It's very clear. We're going to press and we're going to pass. That's it. That's Xavi ball right there. It's simple, but you have to work hard. That is hard work to do that for a full 90 minutes and get everybody on board. Because if one person is not pressing, then everybody else is wasting their time. And the system is becoming more and more clear, not only to me, but you can see it in the players as well. So I love seeing that. Xavi's bringing the vibes back, and I like seeing that because these guys are playing under harsh conditions. It's been hot, like unbearably hot. These pitches are not ideal. They're not to the quality of what they're used to playing on. So they're dealing with a lot. But again, they're having fun. It seems like it, and they're learning the system. So all great things that I love seeing under Xavi ball so far. We're seeing glimpses of real identity again. I don't think you could describe, especially last season, the identity of Real Madrid. When you say Real Madrid, could you define the way that we were playing under Carlo? And it's not a bad thing, but I just don't think you could systematically break it down and say what we were doing. Now you can kind of see this identity. Now, the only thing that I have worries about is this high line. Pachuca exposed us early. Like, in the first 15 minutes of that game, they were just sending long balls to Rondon, and he was getting behind the line. This dude is not fast. So I have some concerns there. Dean Huijsen has been a revelation. I can't stress enough. I said this in a previous video about him. He is the next Sergio Ramos. We are going to be laughing about how much money we spent. It's going to be, we're going to look back and be like, we got this kid for nothing. He's that good, and he's showing it already. He's arguably the best young defender in the world right now. And on the ball, off the ball, the guy's he's just solid. Trent is adding something. He hasn't done much, nothing too flashy yet or anything like that, but he is adding something special going forward. And that's also being seen with Fran Garcia. In that game against Pachuca, he was making a lot of forward runs, like a lot. He was getting involved in attack a lot. And, he's the only left back for us right now. And I'm sure, he's trying to prove a point to his teammates and Xavi that he can be the guy or a serviceable player, even while these Carreras, transfer negotiations are going on. He's got something to prove. And then the last thing under Xavi that I'm really loving, Gonzalo Garcia. He's solid. Like, he's the real deal. If certain things happen, Rodrigo gets shipped out, Endrick gets loaned out, he could see a lot of time. And Endrick should be very worried right now. Gonzalo is making a case. But overall, the chemistry is growing. We're building something, and it's not polished yet. It's not polished yet, guys. But we are building something. And Salzburg, we can't sleep on them. I said this about Al Hilal. I thought that was going to be our hardest game. But now, with just what's at stake here against Salzburg, like, they're no joke. Now, we've clapped them up before. They're nothing to sleep on. We can't sleepwalk this game. This is not a layup. They beat Pachuca. They drew with Al Hilal, and they know us well. Could we shock the world and put up 4 goals on these guys? It's a possibility, but Salzburg might show up for the moment too. This is a high stakes match, so nothing's really going to surprise me here, and I expect both teams to play very hard to get through this group. This is what we looked like against Pachuca. Again, I kind of preferred this lineup, and the clear tactic from Xavi, from my vantage point, was that he wanted to go man for man in the press, which is why he put Valverde at right wing, Arda on that right side in the midfield. I really like this. Jude, Tchouameni, he is having a redemption arc moment right now. Asensio, he's out of here. So I think we're just going to see Rudiger and Dean Huijsen. Wouldn't be surprised if, we might see Huijsen play next to Trent, but since he's left-footed, he might stay over here. We'll see. Fran Garcia, balled out of control, making those attacking runs. Love seeing that. So I think we set up like this again. Now, this is a must-win game. I think, based on this, what's going on with Rodrigo, he sat out in a must-win game in the Clásico. He didn't get any tick against Pachuca. This is a must-win game against Salzburg. This is going to let us know if he's in or out of this club. I think so. If we see Valverde start here again, I think it's end days and scary hours for Rodrigo. I really do. So there's another wrinkle to how we roll out this 11 and who's going to be in it. But I see us lining up in this 4-3-3 again, pressing hard. Gonzalo's doing this, depending on Mbappé. Based on reports, he's training, but he still might not be able or available for this match, which I'm okay with. If it was a bigger opponent, I'd be like, come on, bro, you just got to give it a try. See what you can do. We'll sub you off if that's, at least like let the other team think that like you're good to go and they have to switch stuff up. But in this case, I'm okay with it. If it was a different opponent, then maybe something different. Here's my final prediction, but I want to start it off this way. I'm expecting a statement win. We just have to do it. We have to win, and I'm expecting a statement win. We cannot get grouped. The ramification of us getting put out this early in this tournament, that we are expected to at least get to the final, maybe not win it, but at least get to the final, would be disastrous. Fans, media would be calling for Xavi's head already. Then it would trickle down to certain players like Vinicius. There would be blame on him no matter what. No matter what, there would be blame on him. I don't know if anybody else would be called out. Maybe Rodrigo, if he does get in there. We just like to point the finger at them. Vinicius is an easy target nowadays. And I just think that will mess them up mentally. And having to sit on that, going out of this tournament early, the Champions League stuff, and bringing that all into the beginning of La Liga, it would be a disaster. It would be a disaster. So I'm expecting a statement win. I believe in this team. I believe in this manager. We're already seeing the tactics coming through and play with these players. Again, we're not polished yet, but you can see that something is clicking and things are working. And so I believe Thursday that Real Madrid will show everyone who we really are. And we're going to remind them that, we're everybody's father. Basically, that's what we're going to do. So my prediction is 4-1. I know. I know. It would have been safe to say 2-1. I say 4-1, right? We're going to win no matter what. That's what you're going to get out of me. That's my prediction. We're going to win. But I say 4-1. Like, we need to come out and smack these dudes and put everybody on notice. That's what we need to do. So let me know your prediction in the comments. What do you want to see from this lineup? And how do you rate our chances against Salzburg or vice versa? Do you think Salzburg has a chance? I mean, am I giving them too much credit? I don't think I am, but maybe again, this is a high stakes game. So I don't know. But what do you think their chances are? And do you think Rodrigo or Valverde should start at that right wing position? For me, it's got to be Valverde. If Xabi really wants to press and do what he did against Pachuca, which was very successful, he has to play Valverde. So that's me. But I would love to. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think, Valverde or Rodrigo in that right wing position for this game? All right, guys, those are my final thoughts. Please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. And then until next time, a la Madrid. Peace.